What's going on, you guys? This is TMNT Scott back at you once again with a brand new video, and today I'm giving you guys my list of top 9 movies that made me what I love about movies today. Before we get into today's video, if you're brand new to my channel and don't know what my videos are all about, I love talking about things I'm passionate about. Movies, Blu-rays, DVDs, and video games, and also do Blu-ray hunting videos. If you're into all that type of stuff and you love physical media like me, you come to the right place. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you like what you see. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at the same name, as usual, TMNT Scott. Okay, so recently the Bluetubers community who love movies and physical media have been doing this 9 movies rad challenge hosted by the Rad Pack YouTube channel. So I figured, why not give you guys my list of top 9 favorite films that I grew up on watching so many times on VHS, DVD, or in the theaters when I was a child that made me love movies today. So shall we begin? All right, now for this list, I'm not going in any particular order. So starting with the first topic or first movie that started, I think, that impacted my life as a kid, that was The Lion King. I love the music, I love the opening, I love Mufasa, I love Pride Rock, I love Timon and Pumbaa. Scar is a great villain. I like to listen to those songs over and over again, especially Hakuna Matata, The Circle of Life, and Mufasa's death. I'm sure you guys know, you've seen this movie. This movie is many years old, so I'm going into spoilers here. But me and my cousin used to watch this movie until we broke that VHS, until the VCR accidentally ripped it apart, which sucks. But The Lion King is one of my favorite animated feature movies of all time, ever created by Disney from the 90s. And I think that was the most glorious days of Disney way back in the day when we were kids. But The Lion King here is such an amazing, well-made film with great voice acting, with great songs, with great emotion, with great characters, and a great parent like Mufasa. And it's got silly humor with the hyenas. And it will always be a classic to other generations to come. Next up here is Friday. This is my favorite movie of all time. I remember visiting my dad's place, I was looking through his DVDs and I came across Friday. I'm like, I need something to watch. Let me check out Friday, because Friday is the last day before the weekend. So you have Ice Cube, you have Chris Tucker, who is absolutely hilarious. This movie has so many great favorite lines, like, "You in the kitchen, in the refrigerator, eating up all the food," or there's like, "Don't nobody go in that bathroom for about 45 minutes, somebody open the window." I like to use that quote sometimes every time somebody comes out of the bathroom, and it's so hilarious. And oh yeah, that scene where Smokey meets his girlfriend who says she looked like Janet Jackson. You're like, that girl wide and all outside, talking about she looked like Janet Jackson. Came out the car looking more like Freddie Jackson. Don't laugh, it ain't funny. Debo, Ezell, a lot of the cast members that were in this film have passed away recently. May they all rest easy. But Friday is such a classic, and it will never fail to make me laugh. Next up I went with is Mortal Kombat from 1995, I think. But here, this is the original Mortal Kombat feature film that still is, in my opinion, one of the greatest, not only video games, but in my opinion, my favorite movie of all time, because I love the soundtrack, I love the fighting, I love the characters. And if you've probably seen some of my videos when I first started on here, I did show you guys my Mortal Kombat collection, because I am a big fan of not only fighting, but I also love the Mortal Kombat franchise continuity with the characters of Liu Kang, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Raiden, Shao Kahn. You can name them all if you follow Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a fun, cheesy flick with fighting and soundtrack and characters you all know from those video games, and really portrayed really well by some cast. And I also had some guilty pleasure with Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but I don't think no video game movie will ever beat Mortal Kombat. My next up is a favorite guilty pleasure of mine is Batman and Robin. Call this movie bad all you want, but for me, I have really great memories because I had the VHS I used to watch over and over again as a child. My family brought me toys from this film, which is why this movie got made in the first place, to sell toys. I understand its big problems and how campy it is, and I guess that's just not a lot of people's cup of tea, but for me it's always been a fun time for me to watch over and over and over as a child. And I think this movie introduced me to Batman. I can't debate if it was Batman '89, but that came out way before my time. But I think I was 2 years old when this got released, and my parents got me the VHS. I don't know what happened to it, but Batman and Robin to me was so much fun, and it made me wish I was Batman, and it was just so fun. It had its funny moments, and I understand its problems, but I can totally look past that. And I know it put the Batman franchise on hiatus until Christopher Nolan came in, but Batman and Robin will always be my childhood movie as a child. My next up favorite of all time is The Incredibles. I remember when this was coming out. I remember the teasers, I remember the posters, and I remember when my mom took me to the movies to see this when it came out in that same year, 2004. It was an awesome experience. I remember I got the DVD, and now I recently updated it to Blu-ray finally. This is a film I wanted to get in my Blu-rays for a very, very long time. I already had gotten Incredibles 2 before I got this, but Incredibles is how you do a family superhero film, and not so much with the Fantastic Four movies, even though those movies were okay. But Incredibles is a definitely favorite family superhero movie that I even brought to my school once, and it was also great. Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, Dash, Violent, and Baby Jack Jack, who really got his moments in The Incredibles 2, and I definitely want to see a third movie. So well made, so well directed by Brad Pitt. It's such a great time for the family as superheroes. If you love superheroes, or if you just want a family movie, The Incredibles. Another favorite of mine, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I remember when I was a kid at my dad's place, he had this on DVD, and I was trying to watch it with my brothers, and I thought it was a classic. It was amazing from the moment this movie opened up, and it always made me want to eat pizza because, you know, that's the Turtles' favorite food. You know, I love Ninja Turtles in here. I love their personality. I love their different characters, and they wear a different color to know that they're different. And I love martial arts, and I love Master Splinter as their father figure, a rat from Japan who lost his master by their arch nemesis, the Shredder. When I got this on VHS, I watched the crap out of that VHS until all my VHSs were gone, and I always wanted to put this movie on every time I had pizza, so that's a great time as a kid. My next up is Blade. Wesley Snipes, he is a badass. I used to watch this movie from time to time on VHS because Wesley Snipes was such a great character, playing the vampire hunter Blade with his martial arts skills that he performed on his own, and he had these great weapons to kill all these vampires, and all the fighting action sequences is awesome to look back on. Even today, it looks so real. It looked like Wesley Snipes did it all himself because he knows martial arts, and I don't know what they're doing with that reboot film we've been hearing about, but still, to me, Wesley Snipes, he is Blade to me, and I don't think until we get a new Blade film reboot, we'll see how that goes. My next up is Halloween. Michael Myers. The John Carpenter score is still one of my creepiest, most epic, most favorite scores of all time ever created by John Carpenter. This movie introduced me to Michael Myers, and I probably wasn't too big of a horror dude growing up, but I think I remember when me, my cousin, and some of his friends were all watching Halloween together on VHS, and it was a fun experience. It was also a scary experience. But you know, Halloween is another favorite horror movie of all time, and ever since then, Michael Myers has been my boy. You could say what you want about any other Halloween films that they treated him in a much different direction, but he is still pretty scary, and he's still one of my favorite killers. He's one of my favorite killers that doesn't even speak at all. You don't talk about that Rob Zombie stuff. And I even like the newer Halloween films for what they were, but this is where it all started. made me introduced to scary movies. And lastly, at number 1 is the Spider-Man Sam Raimi trilogy. Tobey Maguire, he is my Spider-Man. I remember being very excited that Spider-Man was finally getting a live-action adaptation. I love the score, I love the cast, especially J.K. Simmons as Jameson. You know, the first Spider-Man was Peter Parker's origin, and you got Spider-Man 2, which is bouncing being Peter Parker and Spider-Man and fighting Doc Ock, who is a fantastic villain, along with Green Goblin. And you can say what you want about Spider-Man 3, I will defend it. Spider-Man 3 also has its moments as well, and also has a lot of funny moments, especially Bully Maguire. But Spider-Man, this trilogy overall, will always be a fan favorite because I love Spider-Man to death. So there we have it, guys. What did you think of my list? What are your favorite movies that made you today down below? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. But thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Keep physical media alive. Peace out.